So guys, we shall start the session now. So for yesterday we talked about abstract classes and polymorphism, so that oops got completed. But there is one more thing that you have to know is about interfaces. Why you will be using interface? Interface is like as same to the abstract class, but it supports multiple inheritance. I'll show you the example what exactly interface is and how it is supporting multiple inheritance. I'll share my screen. If my voice is not audible to anyone, please speak up and say that you are not able to hear me.
Okay, sir.
Sarcastic So previously we dealt about abstract class. Look here, this is the abstract class, and an abstract class can have an abstract method. When you say abstract method, it is understood that you cannot have this message body. As I said, what is message body? This was message body. If you give the body to this function, it won't work. You just have to give this type of thing for the abstract. When you say abstract, if you remove abstract keyword, you have to specify the body for this. So for now it is abstract, and here you can see in the abstract 2 I have extended it and I have given the functionality for this. So today why I am telling about this previous class is that this is what I am going to explain in this session about how to overcome this multiple inheritance. Now suppose I start with creating a package for Wednesday. I am just open this Java files which is of abstract class just for you guys to know about why I am going to use interface. So here in the Wednesday package I am going to create a class, abstract class. I am going to write father. So this is the class. If I mention abstract, okay, for now let it be so that you guys can come across inheritance too. I will just write the method public void property, and here I have to give the body SYSOUT. So what the father has is a bike and a car. You got this thing. Now I'll create another class, son, 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 and here you will have a main method. So as I said in the previous class, if you have the object of the father f is equal to new father, and if I say f dot property, and if I run this example, this is what we call inheritance, guys. Look here now, the son class got the property which the father has. Look here, but here you have created the object father. You cannot create the object for the father. Look here, you have created the object for father, so it means that along with the son you have the father. So you have to create son object. Son should get what the father has. Here father is having what he has. So if I make this son, just one more thing you have to observe here is that now you are able to create father too. Look here, father is accessible in son. You have to observe this, like this is the main point we are going to discuss in the next few minutes. So I'll just ignore this. What I'm going to do is that I have to create an object of son. Son s is equal to new son. From son I have to get this property. Now if I run this, you are able to see error. When you mention father inside son home, look, just assume the example, father have went to son home, he has taken his bike. Now assume that the father is dead. Okay, now you cannot create this object as father is dead. Now the property belongs to son, right? How is going to access? It is not accessing here, it is showing error. This is where inheritance come into play. Extends father. Now if you run this example, now you are able to see son has his father's property. Father is dead. When I say dead, you cannot use the object of the father. So using the son object, you are able to get this property. And one more thing, you are able to create the father example too. Got it? You got this concept, guys, because here where the confusion occurs. So Saraswati and Asha, Deepa, you don't have any doubts here, right? How son is able to get the property from father without actually the father object. You got this concept?
Yes, sir.
You want me to explain it again, or you got the concept?
Got the concept, sir.
So now you got this example. Now what I'll do is that I'll create the mother. I'll create a mother class. So here mother class, I'm going to write a method public void. Like what mother has is that suppose she has gold. This gold belongs to mother. Now I'll write here SYSOUT. Gold is from mother. Now what I'm doing is that I'm asking the son whether he is able to get this property from mother. So what I'll do is that here this mother, I'm going to extend the son class as mother, father and mother. Look now, father, mother. If I do this, look, it is showing error. Son can extend either father or mother. He cannot get both. Look, are you able to see the error here right after I say mother? If I remove father, it's okay. Look now, at the class the error has been removed. Look, this error has went. I'll just ignore here and I'll just say yes dot gold. And now if I run, so what class does is that the son can either get his property from father or mother. He cannot take both the properties. This is all about class. But what if the son wants to get the property both from father and mother? This is where we are going to use inheritance. Look here, if I say father and mother, I need both. It is not possible. You cannot access the both. The extend property means inheritance. The son cannot inherit from father and mother. Either he can take property from his father or he can take gold from his mother. So you got this example. This is what we call multiple inheritance. The son is trying to inherit both multiple classes, father and mother. In this scenario is where we are going to use interface. So now I'll just let he get this here. So I'll create a new package, multiple inheritance. New package, multiple inheritance. I am doing this because you cannot create two father, two son inside the same package. So I am creating a new package. So in this multiple inheritance package, I am going to create an interface. Look here. When I used to create class, I was selecting class. Now I am going to create interface. So you have to select this interface. So here in the interface, let it be father. So this is the father inheritance. Like now I have not used class. I have used interface. And here I am going to write public void property. So here you cannot give here as the property. Here you cannot write it here. When you use interface, it is understood that you have to mention only the property. You no need to explain in detail what property he has. Now this becomes property. For now I'll just remove this abstract. I'll show the example. This father, son, mother, it is in the package Wednesday. I cannot create other father class, other interface, because when I do, it shows me error. So I have created another package where I have created father inheritance. Look here, here you have a father class, you have to mention the property, but when I use interface you have to just mention the property. Now I'll create son class, because the main method you have to specify, right? So I'll create son here and I'll create the main method. And I said in the previous example you can create the father object, but here in the son you cannot create the father object. Look here, if you go here, father, f is equals to new father, and if you do f dot property, look, it is showing error. What is the error? Cannot instantiate the type father. So you will be using inheritance method, as I said. How to inherit? Look here, extends mother. So when you use, if this was class, you are going to use extends. For now it is interface, right? You have to write implements. So sorry for this, I have to write implement here, class son implements father. If it was a class, look here, it is still showing error. Why it is showing error? The type son must be implemented the inherit method. What it is telling is that once if you implement father, right, whatever the father is having, you have to give the body for this function. So look here, you are able to see this error. Once if I write the functionality, look here, now the error goes, because when a son implements father, he has to take what father has. So now here I will be writing SYSOUT, a bike and a car. Look, now the error has gone, and look here, you cannot create the father object, but here when it was class you are able to create, but when you use interface it is understood that you cannot use father class at any cost. So I'll remove it here. Now you are going to create the object for son. Son s is equals to new son, and now I'll do s dot property and I'll run this example. Now you are able to see son has got gain to bike and a car. This property is coming from father. Look here, this father, as it is an interface you cannot give the body. Now I'll create an interface as mother. Interface mother, and here in the mother I am going to write a method of gold, public void gold. So as this is an interface, you have to just mention the method, you cannot give the body. Now if I give comma and ask mother to join son, look, now no error. It is showing error because you have to implement the inherited method. So what was the method? This is the method. Now I am going to give the body for this method, and here getting gold from mother. Now I am going to call that function s dot gold, and now I'll make this a car, a bike and a car from father. Now if I run this example, look, now son got a bike and a car from father and he got gold from his mother. Look here, son got father and mother. Here you are using implements because these two are interfaces. So when father and mother are interfaces, it is understood that son can get both. This is what we call multiple inheritance. Son can get access from both interface, but when it comes to this example, when it is a class, he cannot get both. Look, if I say mother and father, the class does not give permission for the son to get both property from father and mother. This is what we call inheritance, and class doesn't support inheritance. That is why we use interface. When you say interface, you have to implement it. When I say class, it is all about extending it. Any doubts here? Asha and Saraswati, any doubts?
No, sir.
So when you are asked what is interface, interface is one of the concept in Java which supports multiple inheritance. When you use class, class doesn't support multiple inheritance. When you use interface, multiple inheritance is supported by Java. Got it? This is how you answer theoretically. And if you want the practical example, you can write it here with the class and you can see the error it doesn't support. And here in the interface, no error. He got property from father, gold from mother. This is what we call multiple inheritance. Inheritance means you are accessing something from the other class. From the parent class, son is going to enjoy that property. It is not allowed in class, but it is allowed in interface. When it comes to class, suppose you have a scenario where you can take only one property from one existing class. But if you have a requirement for like two parents and that property has to be implemented by son, you are going to use interface. So this is about inheritance and multiple inheritance and class and interface. Now I am going to show the difference between how the difference like abstract and interface, abstract class and interface. So I'll just delete this father and son. I'll remove this father so it doesn't continue any error. So this is all about inheritance. Now I am going to say the difference between abstract class and interface. So let it be here. No need of two mothers. This father. And in yesterday's session, you are able to see abstract class and the abstract main class. When it comes to inheritance, right? Interface. Now father has an interface. This is no. This is not class. This is interface. So look now. I am going to select where is that multiple inheritance father. Now this is the inheritance. This is the abstract class. In abstract class, for now I will remove this method. As I said, when you use the keyword abstract, it is understood that you cannot create the object. You cannot create the object for that particular class. Okay. Now you can have an own method. You can give the body if you have not used the abstract. Look here. Public void move. Look here, it is showing error because no abstract keyword here in the method abstract. If you say abstract, no need of giving the body for this function. If you remove abstract, you have to mention the body for the method. I mean abstract class. Look, this method you have the body here, and here for this method when you use the abstract keyword, that method should be written here. Look here, change here. If you remove this, it will show error. It will tell you in abstract class there is a method which has no body and you have extended that class. You have to write the full functionality for that body. Look, change gear. This is what we call change gear. This function at any cost, once this class extends this class and this class has a method which has no body, and you have to specify the functionality which we call like the function body. You have to mention it, if not it gives you error. And one more thing, you have another method which has the functionality body already existed. Even you can call that method. Look, if I use a.move and if you run it, look here, I am in abstract class. This move, look, this change gear is here, and for this body it has written in this class, but here I have one abstract method and one concrete method. When I say concrete method, it is a default method how you are going to write in Java. So when it comes to interface, you have to give, even though if you are not using abstract keyword, you cannot give the body. Look here, if I say public void move, and if I use the body, it will give you error. In abstract class, you can have an abstract method and a non-abstract method, but in interface you cannot, even though if you are not using abstract, you cannot write the function body to a function. Okay, you have to end it there, you have to end it here only. But here in the abstract, you have an abstract and non-abstract. This is what we call abstract. When we use abstract keyword, it has no function body, and this is a function. No abstract keyword can have function body. And here in the abstract code, if you remove this method, it will give you error, because whatever the abstract method there was in this class, you have to use it. That's why it is giving you error. So here I'll be writing abstract method from abstract class. You have to write it, and this class can has its own function. This is an own method. Now if I ask here a dot show, and if I run here, you are able to see I am in show, what is child class. So I hope you guys are not getting this example. Okay, I will type it again so that you guys can understand it. The abstract class, I will take the same son, father, mother example. Okay, now the son must implement the inherited abstract from father dot move. So this father as a move method, I'll just ignore it so the error removes. So look now how abstract works, I will show you. So no error here. Look here, now error has been removed. Now this is what you call multiple inheritance. Now once you got this concept, now you just ignore this example. Now I'm going to talk about abstract. Look here, in this Wednesday you have a father class, he has a property. Now you have a son class. Look, as I said, like this is a repetition class for the abstraction, so that you get to know the difference between an abstract class and interface. You can create the object for the father. I'll make this extends father. Right now you just ignore mother. Now if I run this, I have to ignore the method from the mother too. So look, it is possible when you use class, the inheritance, it is possible. A bike and a car. Look, a father has, this is a class. Just assume now this is a class. No assumption, this is exactly the class, and it has a property bike and a car. And here son is making use of this using the father. Now if you make this father dead, like how you are going to make it, you are going to use abstract keyword. When you use abstract, it is understood that this is the way I'm explaining it is not that actually this class is going to die, I'm just explaining it. When you use the abstract keyword, it is understood that you cannot use father anymore, he is no more there. So when you use abstract keyword, you have to create the object for the son. if you remove this, look here in the sun, no, it is showing error because you have made this abstract keyword. If you remove this, now no error will be here. Look here, for that object no error, it is just a warning. When we use abstract in the class, we will be using abstract in the class to make sure that the class which is going to extend it cannot use that particular object. That is one thing. This is about abstract class. Now I am going to talk about abstract method. Public abstract. Look, now you have no error here. You have no error, but you have the function body. This is a concrete function. Once you use abstract in method, here I am using abstract in class, here I am using abstract in method. So when you use abstract in your method, you cannot write the function body. You have to just specify the function. Look, no error here. Now once if you use this keyword, and here when you come back, it is showing error because whatever the method the father has which is abstract, you have to give the functionality here. You have to write the functionality there. Let's use another abstract. Here no need to mention abstract because you are making use of the car here. So here if I write sys out, I am from fathers. Now if you run this example, look here, if a father has an abstract keyword in his method, it is so he can have the, if there is no abstract keyword present in his method, obviously you can write the example directly, void money. ₹2,00,000. So now you have the function body here. You cannot, once if this function becomes abstract, you cannot mention the amount present inside it. If you make abstract, son can get here that method. Look, now no error here. If you make this abstract, you cannot mention the money there. It is just understood that father's money has to reach the son. Here it will give you error because it is said that father has money, don't know how much, but that money should be shown here in the sun. Public void money. Here I will say ₹2,00,000, and here I am going to use s dot money. And once if I run this example, I am from fathers ₹2,00,000. Now I will just explain you again. Now suppose father has a property. Everyone knows how much property the father has, so no need to make this abstract. So when you remove abstract keyword, you have to mention what property he has. I'm going to say the property he has, because every people can see car and bike of the father. So you can write in this way, and the son can access the property. I'll remove this property from here. It is okay because you have the body there. So if you run this, look here, car and bike. This car and bike which is coming from this property is from father. So people can see what the father has. But when it comes to money, father wants no one to make use of this money. No one should see this money, so he is making this abstract. So you cannot mention this function body like how much money it has. Only son can make use of that money, and here look, that money has been shown here in the son class. So when you use abstract keyword, it means that when you use it for the class, you cannot create object for this class. If you use it abstract in class, you cannot create object. Once when you use in the abstract keyword in method, you cannot have the function body. So this is abstract. When I say interface, this is interface. Either you mention, look here, this was class, so you mention abstract. When you come to interface, no need to mention abstract. It is by default. You cannot write the property. Even for the property, you cannot have the body. When you use interface, you cannot write the function body by default. Look here, a father can have a concrete function and an abstract function. This becomes abstract only if you use abstract keyword in class. But in interface, even though if you don't mention abstract keyword in the class, you cannot create object, and even in the method, if you have not mentioned the abstract, you cannot write the functions body. So this is the difference between abstract class and interface. And why we will use interface? Interface we will use to achieve multiple inheritance in Java. Why specifically inheritance? Because class doesn't support multiple inheritance. Any doubts, anyone? The difference between abstract class and interface, and why we use interface? Any doubts? If you want me to explain again, you can ask me, I will explain again, because these are like the main concepts here. You get to know the difference between abstract class and interface, and why exactly we use interface. Everyone. What about you, Srikanth? You have any doubts about abstraction and interface?
No, sir, no, sir. I can't understand, sir.
Deepa, what about you?
No, once again repeat interface.
Asha and Saraswati, you want me to explain again, or you got the concept? So I will explain again. Look here, I have a father class here. This is of a class. For now, I'll remove this abstract keyword. I'll just ignore this. When I use this command, you can see it has green. It means it is nothing. It is present there, but it means nothing. Now this is a class, and inside this son, I am going to extend father. When I am extending father, I am going to get access for this, and here in the son, I am able to create this father object. I can create the father object. Look here, I can create. Look, Java compiler is not throwing me any error. I should make this F because the object is F here. I'll just make it S here also. Look here, Java compiler is not giving me any error. For now, I'll just remove money because I have commented money, right? So it means I have to comment the money here too. Now, father, son, and inside father I have the property, and I can create the object for this father. Look here, I have created the object for father. No error has been shown here. Abstract is a keyword which makes you cannot use the father's objects. Look here, once if I write abstract, it means the father is dead here. It means father has dead here. From now on, you cannot create the father object. Look here, it is showing error now. Your father is dead, so don't use father anymore. That is when I am going to use the son object. Got it? That is what abstract makes for the class. For the class, abstract keyword makes sure that you cannot create object for the father. Look, it gives you error. This is when you use abstract keyword in your class. Now you have a function here. What if you use abstract? If you make use of abstract keyword in your method, it is understood that you cannot specify the function body. Look here, this is how you specify the function without its body. If you remove this, you have to specify the function body. Look now, you have no error. Java compiler is not giving you any error. You have written the function name and you have written the functionality logic. But once if you mention abstract, it means that you cannot specify everything here. You have to just write the property. And here in the son, it is showing error because whatever the father is carrying the head. When you extend the class father, which is abstract, you have to make sure that this functionality body should be given in the son. Public void. Look, now this error goes off. Look here, now the error has been removed. So this is all about abstract. When you use it in the, if you use abstract keyword in class, this is class, it makes sure that no object can be created. When you use it inside the method, it is understood that you can have only the method head. The body should be inside the son. When we call it son, it means it is extending his father. So you should write this property which doesn't have the body. You have to mention it in the son. If you have not mentioned, then it will give you error. Your father has had a head, you have to give the body for it. This is how you are going to do it. So this is we call abstract keyword in class. And when it comes to interface, this is interface. Look here, this is not class. Here you have class father, and here you have interface. When you use interface, there is no need to mention abstract keyword either in the class or in the method. You no need to specifically mention about abstract keyword. It is understood that the father is dead, you cannot create the object. This is the method, you can only mention the head. So this is the difference between abstract class and interface. And why you use interface? Interface we use, as you can, like you can wonder that even interface doesn't provide the opportunity for you to create the object for the father. This is the same, but why we are going to use interface? For multiple inheritance. As I said previous example, multiple inheritance implements father and mother. Look here, no problem. When you use implements father and mother, no error. But when it comes to class, look here, son implements father mother, no error. But when you come across here, extends father, if you write mother, Java compiler will throw you error. You cannot implement from both. Look here, now it is showing error. Class son extends father mother, error. Class son implements father mother, no error. This is why we use interface to remove this error what we are getting inside this class. To overcome this error, we are going to use interface which we implement. So this is the difference between abstract class and interface, and this is the example why we exactly use interface. Now you got, Deepa, the concept. Now you got understood.
Yes, sir.
We use abstract class to make sure that no object has been created by that abstract class, and we use abstract keyword in the method only to mention the method name, not the functionality. And in the interface, even if you have not mentioned abstract keyword, the word interface itself makes the class abstract and makes the method abstract. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So guys, this is a lot to digest, because the examples what I have shown, right, you have to work it on multiple times. You make it brother sister class, brother sister interface, and make sure that what the brother has can be accessed by sister. So that like these multiple examples, if you try out, obviously you will be getting errors. And once the session gets completed, I'll make sure that I'll share the video. Go through the video and see what mistake you have did, and just try to debug. And even though if you have went through the video and you are facing the errors, please do ask the doubts in the group, or if you have my number, you can text me and take the picture of your error and you can just post it to me. And whenever I'm free, I'll make sure that I'm going to resolve your error. Like these are all the core concepts what you should be thorough with. So I will end the session for today, because if I teach another concept, you will get confusion from overall. For today's session, all you have to know about what is the difference between abstract class and interface. This is the first concept, difference between abstract class and interface. The second one is why we use interface. We use interface to achieve multiple inheritance. And when it comes to abstract class, how you are going to make the class abstract and how you are going to make the method abstract. Got it? So these examples you practice out, so that once if you get cleared with these examples, right, then going on everything will be easy. If not, everything will become complex. You cannot go back then while you are doing something advanced. So please do practice about this session. And one more thing I wanted to share with you guys is that going on we'll be learning about collection framework and Spring Boot Hibernate. So we will get to know how to store data using the backend and in the database using MySQL. These are all the things that are going to be shown with the example and be taught in the coming sessions. And before that, I'm asking everyone to register for the course. So only once if you register, you will be getting the access to the next level. If you guys feel like this Java sessions, what it is going on, feel like yeah, Java is easy, I'm able to understand core Java. If you feel like you have understood the concept so far, you can register the course and continue with collection framework, SQL and Spring Boot and Hibernate. Once if you register, you'll get the access for the further sessions. Okay, so make sure that you are getting the concepts now. Once if you feel confident enough that you know the core Java concepts, I am confident enough I will be doing Spring Boot and Hibernate. Spring Boot and Hibernate is nothing but related to core Java. Only thing is that they will be having a different logic to store the database, to store the data in the database and to process the data. For that thing to learn, you have to be confident in core Java. So this is core Java. Abstraction, interface, polymorphism. These are the things in core Java, and so far I have taken 10 to 12 sessions. Go through these videos, and if you feel like Java is easy, I have to continue, I will get to know. You can register for the course, and once if you complete the course, 100% placement is guaranteed based on your learning skills too. Like whatever we taught in the sessions, right, you have to go through it, and if you have practiced every concept, once you register, we will get you placed in different companies. So I'll end it today, and if you want to register, I have mentioned the number in the group. Please contact him and make sure you ask every doubt what you have, then you can register for it so that you will get the access for the multiple sessions. And Shrikant, as you are joining from the last 3 days, have you got my session videos like from the start? The session started from January 10. You have my videos.
Yes, sir. I have your video, sir.
If you have not have my videos, please text me hi, and for that number I'll send the videos. Okay.
Okay.
Then other than this, so can you give me your phone number? I'll pass the videos like which you have skipped. Like you have only joined the session from last 3 days, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just tell me your number. I'll make sure that I'll pass the videos to you.
Sir, 81
81
477
477
10769.
10769.
Ah.
Yeah, guys, so moving forward, you will be having complex codes. To go through this complex codes, you have to be strong in core Java. And once if you register, right, we will get you placed. But it's not that once you register, it is not like that we will place you anyhow. You have to give your effort too. You have to make sure to go through every session and practice the examples what we have shown in the session. So for today, make sure that you understand about abstract class, interface, multiple inheritance, and how you are going to know the difference in between. So in tomorrow's session, we will continue with the collection framework. So what is collection framework and how we are going to implement in Java. So I will end the session today. Everyone have a great evening. You have any doubts regarding this concept, you can ask me again. I'm happy to explain it again if you need. And while you are practicing, I don't know what time you will be practicing. At the time of practicing, if you have any errors, please do contact me. I will help you to resolve it. So other than that, I will end the session. Hope you guys have a great evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.